Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I'd like to show you one of the easiest ways to make a pillowcase with a zip. I found this beautiful African themed piece of fabric, and I cut out what I think would match quite nicely a back piece for it. And the first thing that I did is make sure that they were both the same size. So you can use any size that you like. If you already have a pillow in mind that needs a cover, you could perhaps measure it and then use any fabric and make it the same size. I don't have a pillow for this as yet, but I'm sure we'll find one, or otherwise we'll get some stuffing and we'll take it from there. So the first thing that I did is I overlocked the edges. I specifically did it with this because it does fray quite a bit. It's a nice thick fabric, but what you can do is you basically just need to overlock the bottom ends or the raw edges and so the long sides basically. It's actually not essential, but if you want to have a very neat and clean finish, then I'd advise that you do that. So you're going to take your fabric pieces. Let's start with this one and make sure that it's right side up. Okay. Then you're going to need a zip as well. Okay, so find a zip that fits onto your pillow. If it is a bit longer, you can give it a cut, which is what I did. Make sure to do a zigzag stitch or just stitch across there, just to make sure that when you do open the zip, it doesn't go flying off. The voice of experience. And then you're trying to put it back on. So just a little stitch there, about 1/2 centimeter, 1/4 centimeter from the edge. You don't have to have it right on the end. And the same goes for the actual zip. Just put it on the end, but again, just leave a little bit of room. Right, so now we have it right side facing right side. Now what we want to do is open up your zip. Okay, because it's going to make it easier when you're sewing. Right. Now what we're going to do is pin that down or clip it. These clips are honestly a game changer. I think the days of pinning things are gone, although it does still come in handy every now and then. I find when I'm sewing my labels onto my bags, then I like to put a little pin in the middle. It just holds it in place. But for any other project, these clips are amazing. You can literally just slide them off as you're sewing. Okay, so now we're going to stitch over here. You can use your zipper foot, but I find it's not necessary. But then I am known for taking shortcuts. The only thing to make sure of is that you go as close as you can to the zipper. So basically just putting your zipper foot or your regular foot as close to there as you can. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so that's that done. You see how close to the edge, or how close to the zipper I went. Now let's close that. So now what we want to do is repeat that same process by having the right side of our other piece sewn onto the right side of the other side of our zip. So okay, so what we can do here is, this is the right side. Fold the zip over to the right side of the zip. Place the right side on top of the other piece of fabric, and again we're going to pin and then sew. So let's go ahead and pin it, or as I said, clip it. Make sure it's all nicely lined up. This is a great beginner project for teaching, even younger ones, or just to become more familiar with zips and less afraid of them. Okay, so now, and again, in order to make it easier to sew, just open that up. Let's open up our zip. Okay, I'm going to do a little bit at a time and move my zip along. So let's go ahead, and we're not sewing that shut, so please be careful not to do that. We are only sewing these two pieces together. The same as what we did here. We sewed this piece to the zip. Now we're sewing the other piece to the zip in the exact same way, right side to right side. So let's go ahead and do that. Open up your zip and move it along as you need to. Okay, let's open that up. You see, press our zip open. Okay. What you can do as well is just to very, very carefully top stitch this fabric down. So make sure that it is well away from the zip teeth. And stitch right along that edge just to neaten it up if you wanted to, but not necessary. The next step you would take would be to just line those up. So the next step is just simply to align right side to right side, line them up and stitch it together. But remember to open up your zip just a little so that you can turn it around. Okay, so there we have it. Stitch all the way around, leave a gap by your zip, turn it around, and you'll have your beautiful pillow with a zip.